everybody, how you doing? John Brewer, Lake Ida inventory expert. John Brewer Realtor coming at you for, this is the halftime report for 2019, January through June of 2019. Here we go. First, let's grab a beer. It's backwards, but if you could read that. If you put this in a mirror, if you pick your screen up and put it in a mirror, it will say John Brewer, Native Realty. Salute. Hear that? It's a good sound. Homemade brewskis. Anyway. Nice. Nice and clean. All fresh. No GMOs. No gluten. Well, actually, probably real gluten. Anyway, let's get going. 4360, the Del-Ida area. They have about 12, or Del-Ida area has 6 months of inventory, which puts it at the neutral. The average list price was $790,000, and the average sale price was $755,000. The average home in the Del-Ida area has 3.12 bedrooms and one dog. That's my dog. Anyway, number of bathrooms, 2.47 on the average, and square foot living, just under 2,000 square feet. So the Del-Ida area, as everybody knows, kind of that quadrant or that corridor between Swinton and Seacrest, from Lake Ida Road all the way down to 22nd. So the average house is just under 2,000 square feet, and the year built is just over 1970. 9 of the homes out of the 17 had pools, so just over 15%, and 0 of them are on the waterfront because there's no water. And the average lot size was 9,820 square feet. So what I think is interesting, I do the average and I do the median. So the average, is the average, and then the median is the midsection. So it kind of gives you an idea of we're skewing higher or skewing lower. And beer's already kicking in. Anyway, so 790 is the average. The median is 550. So that gives you an idea. The median is 550. The average. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 homes out of those 17 are above $1 million in this section. One sold for 1.675. 114 Northeast 9th Street, the Del Park area, sold for 1.675, and that was a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,314, built in 2019. Of course, it's got a pool. It's on a 10,000 square foot lot. So we're going to be putting these numbers up for you guys to look at. So just like I said here, then so the average median is a 3-bedroom and 2-bath, which is your pretty standard number. 1,600 is your median square foot versus 1,955 as the average, so it skews a little lower. And 1958 is the average year built when you use the median, and 1970 when you average them all together. What does that say about the market? It says that Del-Ida is a pretty diverse market. I mean, it really is. That section, you got a home that went for $375, and you've got another home that basically went for 1.675. So what that says to me is, I mean, and you know that. If anybody goes through that area, and I'm going to start driving through and do some filming because it's really kind of, hold on. It's really kind of interesting watching how that neighborhood is starting to form. It's really block to block. So you go down one block and you'll see a definite knockdown next to an old classic, looks like something out of the Keys, next to a $1.7 million brand new home, brand new product. So it's a pretty interesting area right now. The lot sizes vary everywhere from 15,000 being on the high end to 6,170, or actually 6,000 on the low end. So you've got a very big variance when it comes to property sizes and home sizes, which is appealing. I mean, it's definitely it's become the next frontier, I believe, for the developers. And if this economy keeps moving along, I think we're going to see a lot of developers that are going to go into that area Still about $40 a square foot on the average for the developer size. If you have somebody looking to do a knockdown or coming around, a developer asking, giving you a price for your property. Let's move on. We're going to move on to the Boynton section of Lake Ida. And the Boynton section of Lake Ida, let's see here. So we've got 10 homes. Now remember, this isn't the total area. This is basically from 22nd Street down to just past Mission Hill, Chapel Hill. I think it was Sunset, the next one. That's basically the cutoff point, and that's what I'm considering Boynton Lake Ida. It's also Chapel Hill, but I'm considering that Lake Ida. So we've got about two homes per month on the average are selling. 5 months worth of inventory. 6 months is the neutral line. Del-Ida is actually neutral. And Boynton area, it has 5 months of inventory, so it's a slight seller's market. And when we compare that to Delray Beach, we're going to see that it's Delray is actually a slight buyer's market, actually, with 8 months of inventory. But we'll get into that in a little bit. Anyway, so the Chapel Hill, Lake Ida area is the average home sold, listed for $577. And the median price is actually on the high end, $579, which is interesting. Average home sale was $565,000. Compare that to $569 as the median sale. The number of bedrooms is about just over 3.5, compared to 3 as the median, and 2.5 baths compared to 2 as the median. Square foot living area, 2263 is the average, and the median is 2022. The average home is pretty even here. 1970 is the average, and 1969 is the median. 9 out of the 12 homes have a pool, and 3 out of the 12 homes are on the water. What's really cool here is the lot sizes on average are a lot higher. So 14,055 is the average, and the median is 12,854, and we compare that to 9,800 in the Del-Ida area and 8,400 as the median in that area. So definitely larger lots in the Boynton area than compared to the Del-Ida area, which makes sense, a little more landlocked. But interesting numbers. So the highest home in the Boynton area was actually on Chapel Hill, 520 Chapel Hill Boulevard. It went for $1.235 million, and the lowest was just under $300,000 by $1, $299,999. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and the biggest one was a 6-bedroom, 5-bath on a just under 25,000 square foot lot. That's pretty good. It's a nice sized lot. Yeah, that's the one on Chapel Hill. Went for $1.235, just under 5,000 square feet living. It's built in 1966, but it was a total remodel. Salute. Anyway, so that's what's going on in the Boynton Beach area for the first 6 months of the 2019 year of our Lord. Anyway, 4460, that's the next area, the area we live in, so we say the best for last, the Delray Lake Ida area. Just kidding. Delray Lake Ida area. So in the Lake Ida area, we've got like 49 homes that are available right now. We're averaging about 6 sales per month, so we have about 8 months of inventory, which means it's a slight seller's market. So I think that's interesting as well. We've got a slight buyer's market in Boynton, we've got a totally neutral market in Del-Ida, and we've got a slight seller's market right now going on in the Delray Beach section. All right, let's check out these numbers. So these numbers are the highest, of course, because let's see, out of 37 homes, 19 of them, so just over half, are over $1 million. And if you guys have been following this report, you know that the last year's numbers were, I just did basically Delray Beach. They were actually just over $1 million. That has to be the first year that the average price has been over $1 million. I'd be willing to bet a little bit of money on that. Anyway, so the average price of the home listed in Delray Beach was $1.266 million, and the average sale price was $1.183 million. The average or the mean price was 1.175, and the mean price was 900,000. The highest priced home went for 2.950. It's actually right down the block from us on Lake Drive. It's Rich Castor's beautiful house on 14,730. Oh, did you see this? Okay. If you need real estate, just put that in the mirror and it'll change your world. Anyway, so yeah, the Rich Castor built that home, listed it for 3.295, sold it for 2.95, and they're just finishing up the details on that. 6-bedroom, 6-bath, 5,407 square feet, under air. Year it was built, 2018. Yes, of course, it has a pool. Yes, of course, it's on the water, and it's on a nice 14,733 square foot lot. So that's the highest price, and then the lowest was actually on Coconut, and it went for $425. Actually, it listed at $420, went for $470. All right, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. 1957. The average year for a home right now, the median year is 1964, and the average year is 1976 and a half. And let's see, the average home in the Lake Ida Delray area is 3.7, let's call it 3.8 bedrooms compared to 4 for the median, and 3 baths compared to 3 for the median. That squares up. Square foot living area is 2917 for the average. The mean is 2681. And we did the year built. 32 out of 36 homes have a pool. I find that pretty interesting. And 2 of the homes are on the water. And the average lot size is 14,018 square feet, and the mean, the middle one, is 12,885 square feet. So what does that tell you about the market? It tells you the market is still good right now. Like I said, it's kind of, we've got a neutral market in Del-Ida. We've got a seller's market in Boynton, and we've got a buyer's market in Delray Beach. So that gives you an idea of some of the numbers that are going on right now. If there's any numbers that you want to hear, you want to see, or any questions you have about the inventory, even if you want a copy of it, I'll send you a copy of this if you want it. Just let me know where you want me to send it to. I think that's it. We're done, man. You're out of here. So here, cheers. We can finish this beer off and enjoy the rest of my evening. Getting a website up, got a lot of other stuff coming up. Hope you guys enjoy it. And I'm going to start doing an end of the month report as well, so keep an eye out for that as well. All right, guys. Cheers. Everybody have a good night.